watched today as February 16th, V-Day regular schedule, and today we are doing speed through announcements.
Key West Little League flyers are available for pickup in the attendance activities office. Sign up is February 24th.
6th grade boys and girls basketball will start on March 7th. The skills and drills will run for 2 weeks with a 3-on-3 tournament on the last day, Friday, March 18th. Please sign up in the activities attendance office. You must have a physical on file to participate in these activities.
1 week from tonight, VPA will be hosting their annual Texas Roadhouse fundraiser. All students and staff will receive a flyer that you will present to your server when you go to eat there anytime between the hours of 4 and 10 p.m. VPA receives a portion of whatever you spend during that time.
The LEAP activities for the day are Lego exploration, homework help, and old school survival skills at the River Museum. And if you haven't heard, the Washington Mock Convention was part of this month's district update. Let's take a look.
Another presidential election year is here, and although the presidential candidates will be chosen by our country's voters, our students at Washington Middle School shared their voice with the presidential mock convention. Students put on suits and embraced the roles of each presidential candidate, giving speeches that informed their entire school of delegates on each candidate's political platform.
I think it's important because not many kids pay attention to politics at this type of age. So maybe by seeing this, maybe they get interested, because eventually when you're 18 you can vote and you want to pay attention because you want to have a president that pleases you.
Of course there couldn't be a presidential convention without the Secret Service, who diligently escorted our student candidates safely to and from venues. The eagle is en route. I repeat, the eagle is en route. After speeches were made, the student state delegates took to balloting, voting for the candidate they supported.
They get to see what it's like, and they get to realize that their vote does count, even though they may think it doesn't.
The whole event helped our students get involved with current events and gain early insight into the democratic process.
It gets them ready for when they can vote, what they want to look at when they are allowed to vote, if they want to be Republican or Democrat, and kind of see the issues of each side.
So who did our Washington middle schoolers pick as our country's next presidential candidates? Bernie Sanders and Marco Rubio. In time, we'll see how close our students' votes really were.
Don't forget the talent show will be Friday, February 26th at 6:30 p.m. in the auditorium. We have 18 student talent acts and 10 additional acts that will feature staff members with students. Tickets will go on sale this Thursday, February 18th in the cafeteria at lunches. The cost of the ticket is $4.
The following students were selected to participate in the 2016 Kennedy Honors Orchestra on Saturday, March 5th in Cedar Rapids. Olivia Young, Izzy Dixini, Natalie Kaiser, Abigail Klepotowskis, Anna Mae Wu, Holly Schroeder, Mariah McKenna, Annie Diller, Eliza Sunleaf, and Archer Cosell. Great job.
Congrats, musicians, and now a message from Garth Callahan, author of Napkin Notes.
It's Hannah from Washington Middle School, and in your book you include Emma's life list of lessons, which includes number 33, control your behavior. You can't control your feelings, but don't let them lead you to poor choices. In the last 3 years, you've faced a lot of challenges with being diagnosed with cancer 4 times. I can only imagine the feelings you have had and continue to have around your health. What are some ways you cope with your feelings in order to control your behavior?
Hannah, that is probably one of the most difficult questions that I've been asked during my entire journey. What a stellar question. And I can tell you that over the past 4 years, the range of emotions that I've felt, everything from anger to bitterness to despair, as well as some really great emotions as well, they are all reactions to a situation. And so what I've learned to do over the past few years is acknowledge the situation first, and then try to deal with the emotions or the after effects of what that situation is. I'll give you one great example. A few years ago, I think it was after my second cancer diagnosis. I've been diagnosed 4 times, so sometimes I get confused on where things happen in the timeline. But I think after my second cancer diagnosis, I was feeling pretty sorry for myself, and I was having what I like to call a pity party. I was sitting on the sofa by myself. My family was around, but not in the same room, and I was just generally sitting there feeling bad. So I realized that that was not a good situation to be in, and I was having a difficult time dealing with a lot of those feelings. So I I came up with a great solution. I allowed myself to have a pity party once a week. And once a week I was allowed to sit around and feel mopey about myself and my situation. And I put 2 rules in place. I could only do it on 1 day a week and for only part of the day. So 1 morning, 1 afternoon, or 1 evening, and that was it. The other 6 2/3 days a week, I needed to be a good husband, a good father, and a good cancer patient. The interesting thing about acknowledging those feelings and coming up with a solution is that once I did that, I actually only had 1 pity party for myself. So again, the feelings that I've had are deep. They're really big, and part of having to deal with that is acknowledge the feeling and then come up with a plan. Try to figure out how to deal with that. And one of the best examples that I can share on a day-to-day basis is that I have certain facts around my situation. I have cancer. I've lost 45 pounds during treatment. I need to make sure that when I meet with my doctors, we're talking about the cancer and is it growing? Is it shrinking? Is it in the same place? Are there other things we should be looking for? And once I've acknowledged those facts, then I can deal with the emotions and hopefully come up with a plan to help manage those emotions. And also recognize that having emotions, it's perfectly normal, right? If the first time I was diagnosed with cancer, I should feel worried. I should feel maybe angry. But really allowing those emotions to pull you into a negative space is very challenging, and it's not going to help you in the long run. So focus on accepting those emotions, but try to use those to come up with a solution. Great question. I really look forward to meeting you and the other students in about a week, and hope that we can continue this discussion then.
Thanks for sending that message, Garth. We look forward to your visit this Thursday. Be sure to wish a super happy birthday to the following Warhawks: Breen Duffy and Alexis Walker. We hope you guys have the best day ever.
And now, the thought of the day. Live life in the fast lane.
Have a great day, Wash!